Hey everyone, this is Self-Made Millennial. I'm Madeline Mann, and today we're going to talk about a way of delivering feedback, which is called a feedback sandwich. A feedback sandwich is where when you have a critique of someone, you sandwich it between two compliments so that it softens the blow. I argue that this is a bad way to deliver feedback, and I'll tell you why, as well as give you a better framework that allows you to give feedback more directly and still build rapport. Now, I want to be clear, I am pro sandwiches. I would never talk badly about the elegant simplicity of the culinary masterpiece that is the BLT, but I do draw the line at feedback sandwiches. I think I learned the feedback sandwich just growing up. It was one of those things that they just taught everyone, like honesty is the best policy, treat others the way you want to be treated. Whoever smelt it, they dealt it. So I'm here to say that feedback sandwiches bite. Don't do them. And so let's talk about what it looks like in real life. So let's say your coworker just did a presentation and they completely did not expand on the revenue model of the company, which was a really important part of the presentation, and you want to deliver that feedback. Here's what a feedback sandwich would look like in that case. The presentation went so well, you were so organized. I will say you could have spent more time explaining the revenue model, but the way you engaged the room and got people talking, I was really impressed. It sounds a little inauthentic when you put the compliments on either side of the criticism, as well as it kind of buries the key information that you really needed them to know. The opposite is not what you want either, where you go straight for the jugular and you're really direct, and it sounds like this. This presentation was not what I wanted. You spent almost no time talking about the revenue model, and that was the most important part of the presentation. This type of communication is also pretty common among executives, and it's not so great because it makes people feel attacked and also that their work was not appreciated. The recipe is to start first with empathy. Show that you understand their situation or relate to them in some way. Then deliver the specific critical feedback. Here's what that looks like following our example. I can tell you put a lot of thought and hard work into that presentation. What I would have changed is that you spent only a few minutes talking about the revenue model, and that was one of the most important things they wanted to get out of that meeting. So going forward, I would say that that presentation needs to spend at least 50% of the time talking about that and getting much more detailed about it. This person did not focus on the right things for their presentation, but their manager acknowledged their hard work and gave them specific feedback on how to be better in the future. Other great examples of showing empathy are saying things such as, I can tell that you really care about this, or I've seen that the past 2 weeks have been tough for you, or I know how many hours you put into this and I appreciate it. And finally, I can see this isn't your favorite type of work, but that you gave it your best effort. Say something that shows that you see them, and then follow it up with that direct, constructive criticism. So this video has been all about criticism, but make sure you're also putting a lot of time and effort into giving specific praise to people too. My favorite type of praise and feedback is hitting a like on the video, as well as subscribe. If you're new to this channel, subscribe to this channel so you get a new video every week. Thank you so much, everyone. Wi-Fi high five.